I remember before we got married, we'd had a bunch of different conversations about how do you want to live your life and what kind of house do you want to be in. Landenburg is way down in the southeast corner of Pennsylvania.
Everything is a back road. I don't have to take a highway to get to work, but everything takes about 20 minutes to get to at least. It's beautiful. We were driving down this road and we saw a yellow house, and then we realized it was a church. We stopped and we turned around and we pulled into the driveway. We immediately texted our realtor and said, I think we want this house. And she thought we were insane.
What? It's not as if we went out and said, we want to renovate an old church. But then I think as soon as we saw it, I knew pretty much right away this is exactly where I wanted to be. I'm Angus.
And I'm Esther.
And we're about to turn an 1893 Catholic church into our family home. I like the story that old buildings have to tell if you can figure out how to listen to it. The church is the former St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church that was built in 1893. It stopped being a church in the early 60s. I think this is the side where you look at it and you're like, oh, it's big. If you're coming in the north side of the main doors where everybody, when they were coming to Sunday service, would have come, you walk into a small sort of dark foyer. It's gonna look very true to the original foyer. We're gonna make it darker. It's gonna be purple, aubergine.
This is gonna be a much warmer space, I think, when we're done with it.
I think the main sanctuary space will look largely the same.
As you walk out under the choir loft, it opens up into this large space that is 60 by 30. The altar area is slightly raised. It has 2 steps that go up with 2 sacristies on either side. And then you can go up the stairs from the foyer into the choir loft, and there's a bedroom and a bathroom up there. And then you can go further up to the 3rd floor. There's this sort of cupola tower that was a 3rd bedroom.
This is gonna be a really cool, open space. But I think the way that we are thinking about partitioning things off and making different little spaces will be nice.
In the middle, it will be divided up into kind of a little bit more of a living space with a TV and entertainment area a little bit tucked away behind like a half wall. And then a large dining space in the middle and a wood stove on the other side.
I worry that it's gonna feel so open that there won't be cozy spaces, but I think particularly this side, when you have the catwalk.
The catwalk is gonna
goes
be
all the way
amazing.
across.
The catwalk runs almost the entire length of the east side on the 2nd floor of the church. It's gonna be finished stained wood. We're gonna do some sort of screen that you can see the light through, you can see the windows. And the stairs that go down the middle of the catwalk, you can just go from the bedroom or from the 3rd floor bedroom down directly into the kitchen.
And then the kitchen, my favorite spot.
We're gonna have to do a little build out here because the coffee bar is gonna come out over this bottom step. So if you're walking into the kitchen, you're
On
gonna walk
either
up
side.
on this side or on that side.
The entire altar space will become the kitchen. On the central island, we've decided to go with a soapstone, both for the island and also for the coffee bar. But on the island, we'll have a little cutout for your legs as you sit on some bar stools. The cooktop will be there and everyone can kind of gather around that island.
So on top of the sacristy, that's becoming a mudroom, I guess that's my office. What they had originally were 2 sacristies that are on the altar that we're gonna put back so it looks like and feels like you're still in a church. The ceiling is obviously not new. It's not a replica. This is the original pressed tin ceiling.
Our bedroom will be on the choir loft. So that whole space will be the bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet.
The bedroom is in what was the choir loft, but in order to fit the bedroom and the bathroom behind it, we needed a little bit more space. So we decided to do a cantilever out, which gives us about 5 more feet of space. It's got these huge windows looking out over the main area of the church, sort of like a crow's nest or something way up above that you can look down on the rest of the living space.
It feels separate, but still very connected to the rest of the space, and I like that.
These windows are getting replaced. They're gonna look like this, but they're gonna be new and much more efficient.
I think this is going to be a really great place to wake up in the morning.
The third floor, there will be another bedroom up there, and we're planning on putting a bunk space up there for people to crash, for people to come and have a good time and stay the night if they needed to, or for people to come and bring their kids and all the kids could go upstairs and sleep in the bunk beds.
From where we are now, I think it's realistic to say that we can turn this into our home in the next 10 months.
The house now looks like it's starting to get pulled apart. On the first floor, we've taken out all of the glass partitions
That the previous owners built in the 70s, I think primarily so that he didn't have to heat the whole space.
For the exterior of the church, all of the stained glass windows around the church will stay pretty much as they are. On the north side, we will be replacing the large sliding glass window that is on the third floor. On the south side of the church, we're gonna keep that pretty much floor-to-ceiling windows, but we'll be replacing those windows to more efficient glass. There will also be a coat of fresh paint. The roof will be replaced as well. My dad is doing our roof for us. It's been really great having my dad here and having him be in charge of something that is so structurally important, because he has a lot of experience in construction and has seen a lot of different job sites and been a part of a lot of different projects over the years. So he's happy to give us his opinion.
Look at that beautiful roof you're going to replace.
Yeah.
What if we wanted to keep that?
The observation deck.
You can keep it, but somebody got to do the maintenance. Every year or two.
Yeah. When we ask him for help and advice, he's a font of knowledge.
All right, I'm on the third floor. The roof is coming off. You can start to see sunlight coming through.
We're going with a standing seam metal roof. And then the facade, the north side, we really wanted to bring it back just in terms of the look, the siding and the window shape like it was when it was first built in 1893.
How long do you think this roof will last?
I'd say of 100 years.
Awesome. Another 100 years. Perfect.
We knew that we needed a general contractor that really knew what they were doing and had experience working on old houses. From the very beginning, speaking with Andy, we felt really comfortable with him. I remember one thing he said was, our company's small, we're the guys holding the saws, we're on site. We really liked that.
You didn't want to save that one, right?
That was the one I wanted, actually, yeah.
It's just got character on the bottom now.
So today is a really big day. It's really exciting to be taking out the windows on the south side of the church. It's gonna look very similar when we put the new windows back in, just much more efficient. Taking those windows out is a really big deal. It's taking a lot of thought and teamwork because they're so big. When we took the first course of windows out on the bottom, you could feel the whole house start to shake, that whole south wall. That was actually very surprising. How much the
it
house
wobbles?
moved when you were pulling out that corner
I didn't
window.
expect it to wobble that much.
This is one of the first major steps in the renovation. We want to take the opportunity to put in more structural support. There's going to be larger beams that are going in between the windows. The support beams that are going in, you're going to have 4 beams to go all the way up to the header.
Correct. That way that span of that header doesn't ever go more than 4 feet.
Right. Cool. One thing that we're changing is we're putting in divided light on the upper row of windows, which feels more appropriate as if it were from the 1890s. But Esther and I really wanted to feel like you were in the church when you're inside, but obviously have a functional family house. So things are looking great. I'm really happy. We've got electrical going in on the second floor. Almost all of the interior framing is done. Mm-hmm. So it kind of feels like maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves by thinking about the color of the tin ceiling, but we want to do that before we refinish the floors and drywall goes in and everything. Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah, we got to make a decision about exactly what we want to do with this thing.
Right.
This sort of cream color, that's the color of most of the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And if we take this down a little bit just by cleaning it and scrubbing it with a sponge, we can choose our own adventure of how much patina we want on these main flat panels, right?
As long as it looks natural. I don't want it to look too new, and I don't want it to look like we took something new and distressed it.
Yeah. This one, we scrubbed with mineral spirits and polyurethaned it. This one we did nothing to and polyurethaned it. And this one we just wiped down with water and then polyurethaned it. I can tell the difference, it's there. I kind of like just the
water.
Just water and then poly on top of it.
Yeah.
We made a template of the window when you were restoring it and refinishing it. Cut it out of plywood. That's how we framed that opening with that template.
Today's window day. The stained glass window on the 3rd floor is going in. This room with the arched window, I think this is maybe becoming my favorite room in the house. I can't wait. This is very exciting.
It's gonna look great. You put a lot of hours into prepping that window.
Yeah, well, let's hope it fits.
A lot of hours.
Let's hope it fits.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately when it went into the hole, I couldn't believe how blue the glass was. I've spent so much time thinking about what this is going to look like, but until you see it in the natural light, I never really had a sense of just how beautiful it was going to be. We're 6 months in. I really hope that we're more than halfway done with the project. I think probably 3 to 4 more months of work. The drywall's going to go in soon, and then I think that's when a lot of different trades are going to come in and things are going to really start moving quickly. To the catwalk.
To the catwalk.
So Andy, I want to talk about the catwalk railing. Obviously,
Yes.
we don't have one now. We talked about a lot of different options for what to do with this railing. We don't want anything opaque. We didn't want to have a half wall or anything here, right? So something that felt like it was church and 1890s appropriate.
We'll spread out the posts, the newel posts throughout this space, and then we have some stained frames that we'll build.
This one, it almost feels too much like a radiator cover to me. Also, it's really flexible, and I feel like I can just picture someone being up here leaning on it and just like putting their knee through it or something. So then the second option, it's a little bit more open, it's more porous. I think it'll let more light through. It still feels appropriate to the church and appropriate to the era. Sometimes I just come up here at the end of the day and sit on the edge of the catwalk and just sort of look around and imagine what life is going to be like in here. The other functional thing that it does is it lets you come from the 2nd floor bedroom or the 3rd floor and come down into the kitchen.
Quicker than coffee.
Yeah, right. There it is, the monster. This is a 12-foot wide, 700 and 750 pounds of galvanized steel. It's going between the dining room and the coffee bar. It came out of a church that got torn down a long time ago. We think that it was probably made in the 30s in Philly, and it still has all the little labels on the drawers for kitchen utensils. And I think we're gonna keep those. I love it that it tells a story of what this thing was used for before, and it's going back into our kitchen. I originally thought we were gonna have to sandblast this whole thing, but I tried a little bit of just regular paint stripper, and I'm just gonna put a bunch of this on here, scrape it, and we'll see how it finishes. I'm incredibly happy with this whole project. Of course, I love the space and I love the building, but I've also really enjoyed the process for the last 6 months or so. But now pieces are locking into place and everything is starting to make sense. Let's go see the bathroom. I love it. I really like the green tile in the shower. This looks amazing, by the way.
Every tile is unique. Definitely was interesting to lay. They're all an irregular shape. None of them are a perfect rectangle, and they're all different thicknesses. And they all have different natural defects to make a new look old.
So how tricky were these windows to do? I love it that we have the original trim back on there. It's gonna get painted. It's gonna look exactly like it was original to the church.
Then we saved the old trim for that Gothic part, and then new trim that we had custom milled to match the old. Just needs the painter to come and finish it up.
We needed to do justice to those Gothic windows, and I think all the warm wood is going to give it that classic feel of a church from the 1890s, consistent and coherent with the other spaces in the rest of the building.
Absolutely.
We picked materials that don't look totally new. We also picked materials that we know are going to age over time with the rest of the building. We want things that are going to tell the story of our time in this building. It's beautiful. It's been 10 months of construction, but really it's been more like 2 years since we started thinking about how we wanted to do this thing. I can't even believe it. It's just unbelievable. We've been working with an architectural design firm on how we can use this massive space of the church and turn it into a more comfortable, livable space whilst respecting the building for what it is and still have the grandness and the scale of it. There are 22-foot ceilings, there's 20-foot windows, and you have these huge swaths of white blank space. And so we needed to think carefully about what to put on there for art to make it feel like more of a warm, less intimidating space. I think because we have surrounded ourselves with people that are really competent, that are great at solving problems, I actually haven't been stressed out. I obsess about things, but I talk about them with people who really know what they're doing to figure out how to solve all these problems that come up invariably in a project like this. It's been pretty all-consuming.
But it's been fun.
Yeah. I think this is the last light bulb. I love it. I remembered the first time walking around outside of the church, it felt like the secret garden or something, that I was discovering this magical kingdom, this secret space. And now it feels like that still, but it feels like it's been refreshed and rejuvenated. I see people stop. There's a stop sign at the corner of Landenburg and Sawmill Roads, but people often stop in front of the church because they want to take a picture, they want to look at it, and it just feels like it's become again, I think, a center of the community and an important building.
Hello.
Yeah.
Esther, I love it.
Esther picked this tile, and Esther picked this color. The idea is that you're coming into this really tight, small, compressed space, and then you open the doors and release into the light.
Papa, come on.
See?
Come on. Ta-da! Whoa! Oh my gosh.
It's a little different.
What did you do here?
What did we do? We did a couple things. We did a couple
She,
things.
changed a few things.
I had a really hard time imagining how their vision was going to come together. We talked about it incessantly, but there's nothing like walking into the space. It's just breathtaking. I can't believe they pulled it off.
Are you happy? Are you crying?
I'm so happy.
Honestly, I think the coolest moment was just watching my parents take it in. Their reactions to things is really, really precious for me.
You did some work on the ceiling, huh?
Just a little, yeah.
This one was original, right?
Yeah, that's the original ceiling, except for the fans. The fans are new.
Well, our original idea was that we wanted to keep it looking distressed, just clean it up, keep some of that patina, clear coat it, seal it. But after cleaning it up, it looked more banged up than we thought it was going to.
We thought about it for a while and decided that it probably would be better to paint it, but leave the center square panel the way it looked because we still really loved that old look.
Oh, look, that from that old church?
Yeah.
Did you recognize that? It's almost unrecognizable.
Doesn't it look so good?
Are these the original labels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Kept it, huh?
That the church that this came from was not too different in age from this church, right?
Yeah, it's the 1890s.
1890s.
Standing here, I feel like I am in the museum.
Yeah.
I think I kind of joke maybe too much about worrying about what my mother-in-law or my father-in-law is gonna say, but it's because I really want them to approve, and I want this to be a space that they feel comfortable spending time with us in. Welcome to the catwalk.
Wow.
Oh
my
my gosh. Are you joking? This is incredible.
Isn't this an awesome office space?
We wanted to do something that was gonna get you up into this huge space so that you're not just at the bottom looking up all the time. There's no place else in the house where you get to interact with the different textures of the ceiling so
It's
close.
even more gorgeous. Ooh.
We're standing in the old choir loft.
What a sight to wake up to. You can lean out and be like, Angus, get me some coffee.
That's right. All right, bathroom?
Yeah. You want to see the bathroom?
I think this is the coolest bathroom.
Oh, totally different looking.
Oh my gosh, this tile is breathtaking.
I really wanted to have a big bathroom. I love hanging out in the bathroom. I like reading in the bathtub. I've never had a big bathroom before, so I'm excited about it. The third floor is not completely done yet, but I can picture exactly what it's gonna be like and how we're gonna use it. The fun floor for kids to hang out in. That window was a particular labor of love. I didn't know how much work it was gonna go into it, but I spent a lot of time with that object. It's got a part of me that is now part of the church, so I've put my own blood, sweat, and tears into the building, and it's gonna be there forever. It just brings me back to being a kid in my grandmother's house, particularly at Christmas time, and waking up with a bed underneath a half-moon window and just feeling at home, feeling safe, feeling loved. And I hope that that's what all the kids in our family feel like when they spend time up there.
How do you like my kitchen?
Look at this.
Esther, this kitchen is amazing.
Isn't it so great? Just imagine Thanksgiving here. It's
Just
gonna be
imagine the
epic.
parties.
This is a party kitchen.
It is the most important part of the house. But also, I think it's generally where most people want to hang out. There's space for that, and it's wide enough all the way around the island. I also like that you can be here hanging out, but also interacting with the rest of the house.
If you know where to look or you're paying attention enough, every room and every space in the house, there's at least one detail that tells the story that this used to be a church and that it was an art studio and it had a past life.
It feels restored. I feel like we have tuned it up a lot and given it back some of that structural integrity and gotten rid of some of that rotten wood and just brought it back to where
Where it should be.
yeah.
Yeah.